Hello, good afternoon, teacher Yvette. My name is Bryan Justiniano. Today I'm going to present my review about a book, but it's not just any book. The title of this book is A Lesson Before Dying. The writer is Ernest G. Gaines. This is an English fiction historical novel book with 2056 pages. This book was published in 1993. This book will catch your attention because you will find different scenes or stage with different emotionally, economically, and personal conflicts. Also, you will see people asking or fighting themselves with their decision and ways in which they have to act. In the plot, we have the main characters. They are Grant, Jefferson, Miss Emma, Tante Lou, Reverend Ambrose, and Mr. Pitchett. The history is presented in an age where black people suffers a lot of their reality. The history starts with Jefferson, a black young man who is arrested and accused of the homicide. This boy is presented in front of a trial with white people in the power who takes the decision. In the back of the trial there was Miss Emma, Tante Lou, and of course Grant Wiggins. Jefferson is called by his lawyer like a hog and not like a man, and also is sentenced to the capital punishment. Then we see to Tante Lou asking to Grant to help Jefferson to change from a hog to a man. But they first need to have the permission of the sheriff, so they tried to ask him to his brother-in-law, Mr. Pitcher, where Miss Emma was work a lot of time, and this was to get the permission to visit Jefferson, where Grant will teach to Jefferson a lesson in order to see him like a man walking to the chair. I want to clarify that the relationship between those characters is not the best. Then, along this history, we can see how Grant acts like a teacher, like a friend, boyfriend, nephew, and like a man. In the beginning, Grant and Jefferson was not friends, but then, little by little, they made a huge relationship. Grant talks to Jefferson about heroes, myth, and what people think about others. Also, he gave him a radio, which made a strong bond of friendship between them. But this was not well seen by Reverend Ambrose and Miss Ayman Tantulu because Grant doesn't share the same ideology of about religion. Some chapter after the middle of the novel, it is revealed the day when Jefferson will have to walk to the chair, and the history shows us a turn and a change in each character. Then we have my opinion. My opinion is that in the novel, it is easy to understand the idea of the writer, how he tries to show the clash of idea between white people and black people. Also, I like the other positive point is that I like how the writer described each character in order to understand better what is his job in the novel. Other positive point could be that this book is a powerful book, which could change the mind of a lot of people, but at the same time, a negative point to me is that it's not for all the age because there are some scenes in the book that they are not appropriate for a child. Then we have my favorite quotes. My favorite quotes are the next. The first, you are more a man than I am, Jefferson. And he answered, because I'm going to die soon. That made me a married with Mr. Wiggins. I really like this quote because we can see that it's easy to say to something that you understand what are he living or how he feel in that moment, but the reality is another. The only way to understand to the other person is maybe to be in his shoes. The second one is just go and be the nigger you were born to be. This is a phrase from the teacher of Grant, and I like because we can see that Grant changed that idea of about black people and how they have to live in the future or all his life. Then we have the recommendation. My recommendation about this book is for people who likes to learn about how black people was or is treated in their reality. We can understand the difference between white people who born in good situation and about black people who born in poor situation. And also black people growing thinking if they one day will be different. The book is for people aged 12 and up. My rating for this book is a 4 star out of 5, and this is for the purpose that the writer had, and also because of how the history progressed little by little. Like a conclusion, I want to say that this book presents you a lot of important details that a book should have. It presents you the characters and also a chronological time which pass the history. An explanation and a development of the characters and situation is another point that I like it. And at the end, for me, the writer Ernest Gain demonstrates why the book has that title, because I can say that after reading this book, I learned a lesson before dying. Thank you so much for your time, teacher.